Yes, indeedy, folks, it's the start of something new. We're off to pick up a new project, because we need a new project. Yes, indeedy, getting ready to head down to the valley. On our way. So yeah, it's a 1982 Honda CB750, part kind of cafe racer. Got the hoop and the seat and everything, as you can see. Wheels need a bit of a touch up, paint up. Brand new tyres, front and back. It has electrical issues, yeah, something we're not unfamiliar with. Yeah, we shall see. We are on our way, slowly thanks to traffic. So we're out in the world of cactuses. Yes, we're in North Phoenix, heading home with a Honda. Here it is, and we look forward to dissecting it in the morning. Well, I'm very tired, very hungry. Boxes of stuff. Fuel tank is not pretty, not least of all because it's chocolate brown. Allegro brown, I think. Not to mention the dings and whatever. So yeah, that's going to need to be repainted, obviously. I like the idea of orange. Paint job on the frame ain't bad though, I have to say. And yeah, new coils, which he thinks he might have hooked up wrong. And yes, as expected, Delkevic exhaust. That's $500 worth straight away, isn't it? Yeah. Surprised he didn't paint the tyres, wheels even, before putting on the new tyres, but there you go. So we'll have to do our masking job. Quite the wiring, so look forward to that, Mr. Sansom. Several episodes of that, I'm sure. Because that's only the front end of it, and there's the tail end. Yeah. And there's all the stuff in the middle. There's a bunch of carburetors in there, and a set of carburetors on there. So I don't know what's going on there either. Anyway, as I mentioned before, tired, grubby, and hungry. So time for a late bath and late dinner. So it's not the next morning yet, but I've had my bath at least, and yeah, lots of things going through my head, obviously. There's a lot of stuff that's been done. There's a lot of unknowns, like what the hell those carburetors are, if those ones are in the box. There's a lot of unknowns in terms of that, spaghetti, noodles. Front forks, as always, old bikes, a little bit manky. Do I want to do a fork swap? I don't know, but we won't pay too much attention to the horrible front wheel or condition of it until we decide what we're going to do with forks. We could just chop them. Oh, I've never done a fork chop. I've had a few pork chops, but never a fork chop. So we might do that. Back end I rather like, actually, everything. Don't think we need to change much about that. Hopefully we can get a seat to fit this, because we don't really want to use that. No. I've done better than that myself, but we do like the pan and everything, which apparently he made. So yeah, engine needs paint. He took the engine out the frame to paint the frame. Why didn't he paint the engine? Anyway, those could be orange. If we're going orange, cam covers could be orange, or orange and black. I don't know. Lots of ideas. Time to sleep on it. See what voices awaken in my head. Certainly looks like he used an angle grinder, I think, to sand down the tank and then sprayed it. I don't know. Yeah, so that's going to require a lot of work. If indeed we use it, we might explore another custom tank, depending on how this one sits on the frame, honestly. So while I've got the carbs out on this one, I'm just going to take that tank off again and just see how it sits on this and where the fuel cock would end up. If anything, this looks wider than the old bike, and interestingly, yeah, Honda adopted this kind of curved frame at this point, like the Kawasaki has, whereas the old CB750 has a dead straight line there, which is obviously wonderful for cafe racers. This one not so much. Yeah, so this chap had also created this seat, which seems quite nice. His paint on the frame is actually quite good. Delkevic exhaust, I think we covered that. Wheels need painting. Yeah, we'll be going through the box of stuff. I'm not sure about these bars, but again, it depends whether we swap the front end out. It would be nice not to have to. Apart from anything else, it's expensive and troublesome, potentially. And then, of course, you've got to buy a new front wheel, new calipers, new discs, everything, yeah? Which is what we had to do on the old one. So I'd rather not if I don't have to. But at the same time, I'm a bit dubious about chopping these forks in particular, because they've got this balancing act going on at the top, which is kind of interesting. It did come with a complete workshop manual, which is rather nice. The clutch is as stiff as all hell. I don't know what that's about. So that's going to need some investigation. Obviously, switchgear will be changed out, regardless of what we do with the handlebars. And although he did a nice paint job on the frame, he completely neglected to do anything about the engine and the covers, so they're pretty horrible. Especially on the other side. Yeah. So we're definitely going to be doing some engine painting and cleaning. Yeah. While we're down there, usual situation with the pegs. Not sure about the rear suspension. They're kind of neat and tidy and obviously period. So that'll be low on the list of priorities. Exhaust taken care of. Nice Delkevic system in there. Nasty old nuts holding it on, so we'll be replacing those systematically. Yeah, back on the front forks, the calipers a bit beaten up, but nothing a lick of paint won't do. Well, that's kind of it, really. Got to find a seat that fits, but I'm sure that won't be difficult as long as he's done this to some kind of regular size. I think today I'll mostly be churning through the box of junk, or boxes of junk that came with it, working out what I want to keep, what I want to sell, what I want to use, and that'll be about it for today. So on that note, I think we'll call it a day for this short introduction to CB750 Hope you enjoyed some of the scenery in this episode, a bit gratuitous, but the boys that watch the Stratos series seem to like it, so I thought some of the custom bike chaps might also like some scenery. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe down here, and of course encourage others to watch my lunacy.